Hi guys, welcome back to the Naio Nails channel. Today Kenedi is making some really girly, cute, flowery nails that are encapsulated in acrylic. So she's starting off with a mix of mega white and crystal clear because she didn't want it to be too opaque, and this is just going down as the base. You just want to put down a nice even layer of this. Obviously, if you were doing a client's nails, you'd probably be doing that as extensions. And before it dries, you want to be popping on some of the dried flowers that we sell in our little sets. We sell a few different sets and they all have different flowers in and different colours and all of that, so we'll tag them down below for you. We're just going to go on to the top section of the nail now. You just want to do this in sections so the acrylic doesn't dry too quickly, because otherwise you won't be able to stick those flowers down. Just taking some different flowers from our sets because all of the little pieces are going to be different on these nails. This is such a great idea, especially if you're not amazing at nail art or new to nail art and you just want something that looks really effective. Apart from having great acrylic technique, it's as simple as that. You don't need to be great at line work or copying images or anything like that. We're just going to go in with some gold leaf as well and dab that on the top too. We sell our gold leaf in sheets, so you just need to take off a tiny bit from the corner to do this. Once you're happy with the placement of all of those and it's all set, we're going to go in with a layer of crystal clear over the whole nail just to encapsulate all of that gorgeousness and to make sure that it all stays in place. You just want to make sure as well that you don't make your nails too thick by using this technique, because if you're doing these on clients, they might struggle with day-to-day tasks if the end of the nails are far too thick. And once you've let your acrylic set, we're just going to go in with one of our files and just buff down that whole top layer, make sure it's nice and smooth, because we want it to be extra shiny when we go in with top coat. Once you're happy with the shape of the nail, you're just going to wipe off all of the excess dust and go in with a buffing block just to smooth it down even more. Once that's all done, make sure it's all buffed off and we're going to go in with some top coat. And look at the design come to life with a bit of top coat on it, isn't it gorgeous? We're going to pop that into cure for 60 seconds and then we're going on to our French tip nail. So we're going to use Flower Girl, and this is one of our more sheer pinky nudes, just our background, and it'll look a little bit more natural than if we used a really solid colour. Once that first layer is cured, we're just going in with a second layer making sure there's a nice even layer over that whole thing. And finally, we decided to go in with a third layer just to give it a little bit more coverage. Now that's cured, we're just going in with Snow White and just marking on our French tip. So Kenedi's just doing quite a deep smile line at the sides and pulling it right down towards the middle. Some people like to draw grid lines when they're doing a French tip, but it depends on how confident you are that you can get it even and in the place that you want in the end. And Kenedi was quite confident that she could get it where she wanted it. So once you've got that smile line in place, you're just going to fill in the rest of the French tip with Snow White. And when you're happy with that, pop it in the lamp for 60 seconds and then we're going to go back in with a second layer. We're just going to cue with that and then we're going to top coat that nail. Just put a nice even layer over all of that. And once that's cured, we have the final nails. Don't they look gorgeous? They're a great set now we're coming into spring a little bit and towards summer. They're nice and girly and they're nice and fresh as well, and I think they pretty much go with anything. If you want any of the products that we've used today, we're going to be tagging them down below and in the video. And let us know what you think of these nails. We think they're very cute. We hope to see you next time, guys. See you later.